this is going to be my tutorial for tools of destruction, all gold bolts. So we're going to go ahead and dive into the first planet. And I want to start a new game, but real quick, I am going to show that this is where you can turn off subtitles and everything. Sometimes you'll have music down all the way if you just want to like play music or whatever. It's not really necessary. We're just going to dive into a new game right here. And I think I'm just going to save over this file because I think it's bricked. And we'll explain that later on. But our first planet is Kerwan. Now, biggest thing that's happening right now is there's supposed to be a minute 50 cutscene that plays right here. And it's actually not going to play for us because we are on a Japanese PS3 that is playing the American version of the game, or NTSC-U as most people would call it. So what happened is the game registers Ratchet's model as being Japanese, which is why he has funky green pants and these huge eyebrows. And the game is looking for the American model of Ratchet in the cutscene. So it's like, well, you didn't give me the right material, so I'm just not going to do this thing that you want me to do. I'm just going to skip this cutscene for you. And that allows us to go on. So movement wise, what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to go to options, go to game controls, and turn my layout to third person, and turn off Z-axis. That's going to be very important moving on. And most people argue that they hate lock strafe. There are times where I'll be switching in between lock strafe and third person. But for the most part, we will be starting off Kerwan and lock strafe and moving forward throughout the run. So with that, we're just going to get started. I'm going to do a couple long jumps. I'm going to go into our menu. This is normally when you can first get access to the menu. You're going to go to information, you're going to go to gadgets, switch to your thruster pack almost immediately. Hit start to quit out, jump up here. This is when you pull out your bomb glove and just start killing some things. My movement's going to be a little bit sloppy when I'm explaining things to you guys, so I'm not really worrying about movement here right now. But for the gist of it, go and watch a run of like one of the top categories. But for right now, I'm mainly focusing on the tricks and gadgets of the speedrun. So right here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch back to helipack and then cancel out. And then I'm going to jump and kill these guys. So after that, you normally want to throw your wrench, grab ammo, and then we have our first trick of the run. Right now I'm going to actually show you guys that there's a checkpoint right here. And you can actually come and get that checkpoint. That way if you die during this trick, you will just spawn right here and not have to worry about failing the trick. So what's going to happen is I'm going to jump on this lamppost right here, jump up into the side rail right here, and by jumping into it, we are going to clip out of bounds, and then from out of bounds we're going to maneuver around. There's like an invisible wall right here that will stop your momentum. We have to get around that wall and then climb onto the edge of this fence. Now, it may sound difficult, and the only part that's difficult about this trick is getting out of bounds. I will admit that I myself have problems with this trick even throughout my runs. This is a main source of my resets. Though one thing I'm going to point out that I think makes this hard is a lot of people don't go for a camera setup when they are doing this. I think one of the main properties to this specific clip and a bunch of different glitches later on is using the camera to your advantage. So as you see, I just clipped out right there and died because I got pushed out way too far. But the clip itself was significantly fast. And it was mainly because I had my camera facing in a direction where I could see out of bounds. There is a little ledge on this side over here, so if you feel like you don't have enough height to glide back to... Here, I'm going to pull out my pistol. If you don't think you have enough height to get to this little invisible ledge over here, there is a ledge on the left that you can stand on. But with that, we're going to actually jump over here. I'm going to actually... Well, I was gonna put away the gun and proceed normally, but the game didn't like that. So that's one of the ways that if you're failing, you can just follow that method. But if you want to do it right, well, as I said, I too have problems with this trick. The main problem that I have with this trick is either clipping too far or just not clipping in general. See, that time I literally overcorrected, so the safest thing for you to do is, if you want to be safe, it can be like a hindrance, it can help, but I normally hyper strike after my clip to where I know that I'm going to land on this bounce. Sometimes I fall into the water below or the depth of the plane down there, and then that's just an automatic reset for me. But if you have that checkpoint, you don't really need to bother about resetting. Just go for the clip again and you'll be fine. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to double jump and land on the other... Oh my gosh. It doesn't help when I'm doing this with a little bit of rust. So, I guess for a little bit of explanation, I'm going to pull out the controller again. So, what I'm really doing is when I'm up against the high part up here, if I can get the second controller to work correctly, really what I'm doing is I'm holding like a little bit up and left, and I'm kind of mashing X. And then once I know that I'm out of bounds, I'll hold X, turn around, and hyper strike. Right, so just like that. And I'll turn this back off. So what you really want to do is you want to land on this ledge again, but you want to go on the opposite side of this little curved surface. Once you are in this low corner, you are free to high jump, and that wall that I was talking about earlier is actually visible right now. You want to jump around this wall and make sure you don't hit it, because then all your momentum will die. What we're looking for right now is to land on the edge of the fence. So what we're going to do is we're going to high jump and hit straight for it. We'll ledge grab, hit X, and then go into a menu, pull out the thruster pack. Then from here you can either jump once on top of the gate to like go further on it, or you can just high jump and hyper strike. Then from here we're on top of an area where we're really not supposed to be. I'm going to move. You can either do a thruster jump like me, or you can take a safe stride and just walk around. It really doesn't lose that much time. I'm going to long jump once, long high jump, and hyper strike up onto this ledge over here. And then from here we're going to jump onto this curve, and then we're going to long jump towards the rail over here. And that will be the end of Kerwan, as we are heading down to the platform where Tachyon should have been chasing us, skipping another major part of the section right here.